A very warm welcome to you all. I hope you've been having a pleasant day so far. I'm pleased to welcome you all to a brand new session of the Career Transition series organized by the Institute of Product Leadership. My name's Harleen and I'll be your host for today's session. The Career Transition series is to help you all gain insights from other individuals who have successfully transitioned into product management or accelerated their careers into product leadership. Right? In today's session, our speaker will share her professional journey and how she accelerated her career to becoming a product leader. Once she's done presenting her insights, we'll open up for questions. Please keep your questions ready and you can post them on Zoom in the Q&A section. This session is also being streamed live on LinkedIn and YouTube. So viewers on both of these channels, please feel free to post your questions in the comment section, and I'll share them with our speaker. All right, then let's kickstart today's session by welcoming and introducing our speaker for this evening, Ms. Vrushali Pande. Vrushali is a seasoned expert with nearly 2 decades of experience driving value across diverse industries, from banking to manufacturing, engineering to education, and beyond. Vrushali has made a significant impact as an enterprise level Agile product and OKR coach. Currently serving as Deputy General Manager at John Deere, she's deeply passionate about coaching, product discovery, and enhancing customer experiences. Today, she'll be sharing her inspiring journey and the lessons she's learned along the way. So pleased to welcome you this evening, Vrushali.
Thank you so much, Harleen.
Of course. This screen is all yours.
I just have one request for you. I am somehow not able to start my PPT, so good that I shared with you. Would you
Yes,
be able
of
to
course.
share the
That's
screen? Yeah.
exactly why. You know what? I'll go ahead and share it. Just give me a
Yeah.
second. I hope the deck is visible.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Just give me a second while it loads. Okay, there we go. So, Vishali, you can just let me know when you want me to switch slides, and I can do that for you.
Yeah. So, good evening, all, and thank you so much for attending this session. Also, I'm grateful that IPL gave me this opportunity to share my experience with all of you. Let us hope that each one of you have some kind of takeaway from this session. Hello, all. I am Vrushali Pande. I'm currently working with John Deere in the capacity of an enterprise, agile, and product coach. I am accountable for product metrics and OKR adoption, AI in product lifecycle, lean, outcome acceleration, and value delivery. So, in simple terms, product mindset. Can we go to next slide? Ali? So, this is me. This is what my personal journey looks like.
One
I
second,
am
Vishali, I'm so sorry to interrupt. I think you weren't able to share because I was sharing. Shall we just try for 1 minute? I will stop to share. And how
okay.
about you try sharing? I think it'll just be a little easier for you that way.
Okay, I'll try my best. All right.
Yeah, we'll try, and if not, I can do it again.
Because if I put it in presentation mode, it goes away. So would it be okay if I put it just in slide mode? Would that be okay?
Of course, yes. Or if you want, we can go back to me sharing it. No worries at all.
Yeah, that would be actually okay.
Okay, you
Otherwise,
know what? Sorry. Okay, we'll go back to that then.
yeah.
Let me do that. Sorry to cut you off. Please
No
continue.
problem, no problem at all. Thank you. All right. So this is what my journey in personal life, personal space looks like. I am a mother of 5-year-old and a wife. My husband works as a security architect. I love traveling, as you all can see in the background. It is Mumbai airport, and we were heading somewhere along with the family. Then my other passions are reading, and I am an industrial engineer by qualification. If we look at my professional journey started with KPIT Cummins as a software engineer in 2005. Then I have worked with Emerson as a Scrum developer. Then I moved to Infosys as Scrum Master cum technical lead. Then I continued to be the project lead at Wipro. Scrum Master come Project Manager at Capita. Then I was an Agile Coach and Product Coach at Zensar. And then I moved to John Deere, where I worked as an enterprise level Agile Coach. And now I'm looking after as a product officer role. So this is what my professional journey looks like. Um, yeah. Can we go to next slide, please? Harleen? Yeah. So this is what my mindset journey looks like. I was a scrum master, and I started as a scrum master where my team was doing what they thought was agile, a 4 week sprint where each week was dedicated to each phase in software development lifecycle. So moreover, a mini waterfall. Then I realized that how failing fast by rapid prototyping and reaffirming the actual business needs was extremely critical. And that was my first step into product mindset. Second milestone in my mindset journey was when I started as an agile coach, where I was an observer equipped with knowledge of agile methodology. I realized that concept to cash value stream was nobody's concern. So, be it a product owner, be it a scrum master, be it development team, nobody was really concerned about what they are contributing to actual customers' need. Also, most of the products were operating in hybrid mode. So, we were doing something called as Scrumban, which was a mix of Scrum and Kanban. So, Scrum, which was implemented for new requirements, and Kanban, which was used for support work and enhancement work. So sometimes Kanban used to take over because of increased inflow of support work, and sometimes Scrum due to new requirements, which helped me to transit to third milestone of my mindset journey. So third and most important milestone which shifted my interest from project mindset to product mindset was why. Because increased inflow of support work meant that requirement was not understood properly. Team was focusing on what more than why, more on output than outcome, and measuring stuff which meant nothing to the customer. So like adoption of agile, or say do ratio, or comparison of velocity of multiple teams, which were irrelevant but still measured and reported, but they were not giving any concluding evidence that where we are faltering, why the delivery is not fast, why the delivery is not meeting the business needs. So that is where I realized the importance of understanding why, asking the why. And this is where, after realizing the root cause, I decided to dwell more deeply into product way of working, and started with the with what measures what matters most. So we started with North Star matrix and product success matrix, or product success measures, which further help to understand the big picture. In simple terms, the why. So during my transition from project to product journey, I thought I need to upskill myself with the latest and best product development practices, and joined this program of international certification of strategy and leadership at Institute of Product Leadership. I learned a lot of soft skills like storytelling, presentation techniques, basic financial terms, and self branding. These were the skills which were critical and yet often overlooked. So I'm thankful to IPL for giving me this opportunity to learn the things which matter the most. Can we move to next slide, please? So these were my biggest learnings, which helped me to transit in real and factual terms from project mindset to product mindset. So there is a user group which has a business need, and there is a product or service offering which is supposed to meet that business need. And when there is that intersection which happens when you have catered to that particular user need, you generate value. So that is what I learned is the basic thing that is required for product mindset, that how you identify the value and how you deliver it. So that is why the why becomes very much important. Also, the team who knows how should work with the team who knows why. So it is very critical to have better skilled people, real skilled people, and the skills which are required to fulfill that need. So it is very much required to marry why and how together. Otherwise, the product will not be a success. So that coalition, that collaboration is very much required among people who know why and who know how. Then my second learning was the value should be generated for product as well as the user or customer or stakeholder. So it is not just that we are delivering value to our users. It is also very much important that is our organization or is our company also benefiting from that. So we should identify that if offered this by our organization is going to generate revenue or going to reduce the cost or going to save something for us. So when we say value, value is dependent on multiple things. Say, are you able to mitigate the risk for the customer? Are you able to cater to any pain area for the customer? Are you going to create any invention for your customer? Are you going to innovate for your customer? So some way or other you are benefiting the customer, but your organization also gets benefited in longer run, so that your customer keeps on coming to you over and over again. That is what the product mindset is, that it should not be a stop anywhere. It should keep on going. The customer or the stakeholder should keep on coming to you. The third learning that I had was we should measure the outcome. So what my customer needs and have we delivered on that? Why this product came into existence? And as of today, are we delivering to that business need which led to invention of this product or which led to creation of this product? That retrospection or introspection should be done all the way. Tools to measure the outcome are very much critical. So the tools can be your OKRs, your product matrix, anything that cross verifies that whatever you have delivered actually means something. Is it measurable in some way or other? So your measurable key result or measurable outcome is very, very important for you as a product managers or product owners to identify and articulate. For that, you need to understand what the outcome is, and for that, you need to articulate the outcome as well, and then a way to measure it. So both the things are equally critical. Then the artifacts are also very important, such as roadmaps, your business canvas, your value proposition. These will help you to define your business need in a very crisp format. This will also help you to define how you can have a differentiator. What market segment are you going to cater to? What are your product success metrics? Who are your customers? What are the resources that you have? What do you need more? What is the budget? So all these things come together when you have a product roadmap, when you have a business canvas, when you have a value proposition. So as a product manager or product owner, you should be very well versed with all these artifacts. That will give that those act as an eye opener for all the people who are involved in your product, be it the development team, be it your user, or be it yourself. So these were my learnings. These were my thoughts on how we transited from project mindset to product mindset. And yeah, I'm very much thankful to Institute of Product Leadership, so that I got a chance to share my experience, to share the knowledge I have gained so far with all of you, and I hope you all benefit from it in some way or other. So thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing, Vrishali. That was a lot of great insights and advice and a very streamlined manner of how you went about it. I'm sure everyone here has gotten some insights on how they can do that too. So thank you for that. Audience, you're very welcome to ask your questions to Vrishali, right? In terms of okay, I think we have someone who's raised their hand. Um, Vishwajit, you should be able to unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hi, Vrushali. I
Hi, Vishnu.
Yeah. So I have one question. So you mentioned that you had a change of a mindset from service-based to the product-based, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay. So, in order to transition to product management, did you work on your case studies? Like, did you prepare any case studies? Because as far as I understand that, from hiring managers' perspective, they either check your resume in terms of work experience, if you have a relevant work experience, or if you have a strong portfolio, if I'm not wrong. So,
yes,
in your case, it was a work experience, right?
yes,
So, did work experience play a major part in your shifting from project management to product management, or did
yes.
you had to work extra on the case studies in order to prove that you have the skills of the product management?
Yes. So, as I mentioned, Biswajit, by the way, very good question. As I mentioned, while I was working in one of the organizations, I realized that this project mindset was not working,
Hmm.
that people were not able to understand the actual why behind any requirement. So there was some
Hmm.
experimentation involved, and I proved that I proposed to my management and my leadership that I want to experiment in certain way, that I want to create teams which are accountable for each of the functionality, which will in
Hmm.
itself act as product teams.
Hmm.
And then I implemented this product mindset related attributes to those teams. So be it product success
Hmm.
matrix, be it outcome based approach, be it product roadmap, business canvas. So I did all of this for each of the feature that the product give. And
In your past company, before
yes,
shifting to product management.
yes, yes.
Okay.
And there I got the hands on experience on how a
Hmm.
product should operate. And there was a huge
Hmm.
difference between how a project operates, because you have a work breakdown structure, you have Gantt charts, you have
Hmm.
deadlines, but the
Hmm.
requirements do not evolve. But when you get
Hmm.
into the product mindset, and if you have evolving products, then you give something better, you give something that matches the need rather than meeting the timeline. So that was the huge
Right.
difference which I could prove to my management, and that is where
Hmm.
they also wanted to move to product mindset then.
Okay. Got it. Thanks.
Did I answer your question, Biswajit?
Yeah, yeah. So I think you missed the case study part. So you did not have to work on any case study apart from what you performed in your past company.
Yeah, no case study, but this was a
So
real
no
time
portfolio.
experimentation I did. Yes, yes.
Okay. So let's take an example. If I were a fresher, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I did my graduation in product management, but I don't have a relevant experience in product management. So
Hmm.
as you know that this is a very high impact role, and no hiring management would prefer a fresher as a associate product management manager, even
Yes,
in that case,
yes.
right? So, in order to showcase my skills to them, is it a good idea to prepare a portfolio where I can work on many products, prepare the case studies, and then show what I'm capable of and what I'm not? Or should I have some other alternative role, like work as a business analyst for some years and then shift into product management? So, which is possible, or
So
I
I
don't
think
know
that
the.
the second approach is much better, Biswajit, because
Mm,
that will give you an hands-on experience.
mm,
Because business analyst and product manager roles are very closely associated. They,
mm.
in a way, they explain you the why and
But
what.
yeah, yeah, yes, yes, correct. But again, there is the question of mindset. So as you
Yes,
mentioned that the business analyst is also like more of a project manager and also
yes,
part product manager. So there is a mindset of project manager also when the person is working as a business analyst. So for a person like me who has already had a little bit of product mindset, getting into business mindset, business analyst, okay. So that shifting of mindset will happen again. Okay, I lose so
yes,
many things in terms of skills as a product manager, right? So
yes.
again, getting into business analyst, okay, and then shifting to management, okay. Wouldn't that be a very big task because there will be a
No,
constant change in the skill set, right? You
no,
understand?
no. So Biswajit, the main
Uh,
difference between a business analyst and a product manager is that
uh,
your business analyst also talks to business and gets business requirements. and
So
your
that
product
is
owner,
huh,
yeah, so will talk to the users and take the user needs. So if you
correct,
are
correct.
able to, yeah, so if you are able to articulate those business requirements as
Huh.
your user needs and able to gain value for your organization and able to showcase that, I think that will be a success point for you. So there is
So
that transition which you have to cross.
one more question.
Yeah.
Uh, as far as I know, the product management role is a very customer facing. Okay, and business analyst works with the business units within the company, if I'm not wrong, right? So it is not very customer facing role. So this is what I will miss if I go into business analyst role and then shifting into product management. So is it not good to get into UX research role where it is very customer facing, very like user facing? So wouldn't that be a good approach to get into product management instead of getting into business analyst role?
So again, as I told you, see, user
Hmm.
researcher has a different role to play, product owner
Huh.
has a different role to play, and business analyst has a different role to play. So these are very different role with different boundaries. User research will have to take place around customer journey mapping or user journey
Hmm.
mapping, personas, their
Hmm.
demography, understanding
Hmm.
what they need, what they don't need, doing that
Hmm.
design sprint, coming up with the user interface, user experience.
Hmm.
That is a different
Hmm.
ballgame altogether, but a product owner will tell you why, and your as a user experience researcher will come up with what experience we need to render along with what we need to deliver. Again, as I told you, if you start with business analyst, you will have one tick mark done. At least you'll understand the business
Hmm.
processes, and when you move
Hmm.
to a product owner role or user research role, you'll be
Hmm.
able to map it to your user needs. So business
Hmm.
analyst role can be foundational if you have that opportunity as of now. And if you want to
Okay.
go into user experience researcher role, that will take a good amount of time to get settled in, because you'll have to meet hundreds of users, you'll have to interview
Hmm.
them, you'll have to segregate them, you'll have to come up with the personas, you'll have to identify the journeys, and then the business needs or user needs will come where product owner comes in. So I'm not sure if
Because
you have heard of this
when
triangle.
yeah,
So in any organization, there is a triangle: a product owner, a user researcher, and an engineering team. So these days,
hmm,
this triangle is how they operate because each one has a different role to play.
hmm, hmm, hmm. Because the reason I asked this question, is I spoke to many people who are into product management. Okay, and they suggested me that uh, for a product manager, customer facing skills are very important. And as a UX researcher, uh, the skills can be gained very quickly than the business analyst because business analyst is not customer facing. So in that terms, I'll be missing a huge piece of what I'm trying to say. So
Who
that's
told
why
you business analyst is not customer facing?
it deals with the problems of business units, not with
So who is
not the
business?
outside. Hmm?
Who is business for?
So business, like I mean the particular organization I'm working within, that is the business.
So they are doing business for someone, right? The users or the stakeholders. So that is where you'll get to know the customer facing. That is also customer facing because customer is user or a stakeholder, and business is meant for customer and a user and a stakeholder.
Okay, okay. I am not very much convinced, but okay. Thank you about
Yeah,
it.
sure, sure.
Okay, thank you, Vishwajit, for your questions, and thanks, Vrushali, for answering them. We have a couple more questions that have come in. I'll just read them out to you. We have Tirtha, who has asked, "How long did it take you to make a mindset change and land a relevant job? Also, if you were not from tech background, do you think it would have been much harder for you to make the shift?"
So, Tirtha, it took me quite a good amount of time to get that mindset change in place. So, I would say almost equal to 7 to 8 years, because you have to be in the stream, be in the flow to understand where the problems are. And unless and until you have failures to face, you will not be able to identify the solutions for those failures. So I have faced a lot of failures in terms of project deliveries or repetitive support work or bugs and defects and production support and all of that. So then I realized that why the shift is required, what are the benefits, and how everyone can benefit from it. So yeah, it took quite a good amount of time. Answering your second question, technical background may or may not be required. If you understand the business flows properly, if you understand the business processes properly, and you know that what why you are doing what you are doing, I think you are almost covered. So technical background not always necessary.
Great, thank you for that, Vrushali. We have Arun who has said they're a civil engineer and they have enrolled at the CAPM course to switch their career to product management. Other than what is taught in class and capstone projects, what other skills should I learn which will make my transition to a associate product manager role easier?
All right, so couple of things. First is you need to understand how the agile or product artifacts are created first. That is product roadmap, your business canvas, value propositions, all those artifacts, how they are done, what goes as a measure, or how do you measure the outcomes. So you should be well versed with OKR concept, you should be well versed with product success measure concept, and third thing is you should be able to know how to elicit the requirements, so how to convert the business requirements into user needs. So if you are able to take care of these three things, I think you are good to go for that APM role.
Okay, great. Thanks for that, Vishali. We have another question from Vidya who has asked, how important is it for a product manager to have domain knowledge?
Oh, 500%. That is the basic necessity. You should know each and everything about your business, and you should know most of the things about your users too, so that you are able to map the business requirements to user needs, and then you'll be able to cater to why.
Of course. Thank you for that, Vishali. I don't see any other questions in as of right now, but we'll maybe wait for a couple of seconds to see if anyone thinks of a question they would like to ask. Until then, I just want to thank you for joining us today and sharing your journey and your insights and advice with all the attendees here, right? Please accept this certificate of appreciation from the Institute for your valuable time and insights.
Thank you.
We really appreciate you having joined us this evening.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Of course, I'll make sure to send this across to you on your
Sure.
email as well, right?
Yeah. Thank
Um,
you, Arlene. Thank you so much for supporting me.
of course. Okay, I do not see any questions in. So I think we can wind up,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Great. Thank you so much for joining in to everyone, and especially you, Rishali. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you so much. And I hope you have learned something out of this. Thank you, team.
I'm
Thank you,
sure
Arlene.
everyone's, got some great learnings and can get started on their own transition journeys now.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank
Yeah.
you, Vrushali. Have a good evening. Thank
Bye.
you to everyone for joining in. I'm sure this has inspired you to continue and or get started in your transition journeys. Good luck with the transition journeys. Thank you all. Have a good rest of the evening.